Welcome everybody to the fourth race, the middle of the season, and we are at Monza and at rainy Monza, and we are obviously on board with the Dutch man who is rounding off the final corner now after Svemaviki setting the fastest lap of the qualifying session right now with 52.0. Abe takes that at 51.9 and actually not too much quicker than Svemaviki in the Lamborghini in front of him, as we'll see how the rest will do. Just to remind you, this is a 60-minute race with one mandatory pit stop for fuel, and there is a pit window as well that regulates when people can come in. As Tim Sieb sets the third fastest lap of 53.1. And Dries Verhulst at 53.4 for him. Ganahari Hutama fifth right now with 53.5. Then comes third Plug with a 53.5 as well, as he comes back into the pits. Fabio Gallamini seventh with a 54.4, and he is last out of all the people that have set a valid lap for now. We'll just have a quick look at how other people are doing. As Jarek Koch sets a fastest lap of 54.8 for the man in the McLaren. Tim Meyer did set a pretty good lap, but it was invalid. Dries Verhulst, yellow flag. Ganahari Hutama, yellow flag as well. Both of them not having a good qualifying session out here. Abe comes across the line of 51.4, and he is ahead. And by some margin now. Svemaviki did set a fastest lap for himself of 52.0. Radovan Zankel goes up into 7th place of 54.0 for him. As Claudio de Barros also setting a valid lap of 54.9. What you really need to be doing here is setting valid laps. So if you have a valid lap, then you might be in for a good race. Or you can start, if you start last, or if you start first, you're probably going to have a good race on Monza. If you don't start there, then yeah, it's hard. Definitely much harder to survive. We can have a look at the rest for now. Christoph trying to set a valid lap. He's currently on an invalid lap, which would have been a 450. It has to be a 50. It can't be a 40. It would have been a 50.1. A rapid lap by Christoph. But unfortunately for him, it is invalid. Next person to come across the line will be Radovan Zankel, who is 6/10 up on his time in the BMW. The BMW looking to be a pretty good car around the circuit. As, ooh, very much sideways through there. Again, jinxing it. As he loses quite a lot of time through the Ascari chicane. A very easy part to get wrong. As now towards the line he goes as Abe. That's another fastest lap off the session of 51.3 for him. Pretty mint, I have to say myself. Now, Radovan Zankel coming across the line. Will he have enough time to get ahead of Serd Plug? Oh, it is very, very close. But unfortunately for him, not able to do that. Claudio de Barros pushes himself up ahead of Jarek Koch. 54.7 for him. And he is pretty content with that. Fabio Gallamini going 5/10 up at the moment as well, as he is going to be trying to get ahead of Radovan Zankel and maybe more as he comes across the line now, and he's not ahead of Radovan Zankel, and it is very, very close between him and the BMW. So for sure he will be going for more. The track damp but not wet, so it's not crazy. As Tim Meyer goes up, a 52.4 for him. He puts himself up into 3rd place. Abayas Khan up into 10th. As Tim Meyer goes for another run. And Christoph up into 2nd place, a 52.1. As what's happened to Abe? It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, there's Abe. Ah, he realized that he was in the wrong or in the right livery, my add, but okay. He is back in the Abe Santima SimSports. No, Abe SimSports. There you go. Abe SimSports livery. A very good livery, I have to say. Camacho did have a matching livery, but for some reason, not able to see it. As most of these drivers will be quite on edge right now in terms of how to set a valid lap, which way should they go through. But Anthony Camacho now coming across the line to start a brand new flying lap. As Christoph flying. He's going 6/10 up. He's going to be very close to contend for pole position here. As he comes through Parabolica. Losing a little bit of time though. Losing about 2/10 through there. So he knows where he can gain. As he comes across the line now, he will definitely go ahead of Sven Viviki, but just how close he is to Abe Santama. He's 2/10 away from Abe, and that is the person that he will be hunting. As Serad Pluch coming across the line soon as well. He's going a 10th up on his time. And he comes across the line now. He's 5th. He stays in 5th. Anybody else improving? Let's have a quick look. Radovan Zankel going 3/10 up on his time. Well, that might be something to look at for sure. And the track, not drying. It does not look like it's giving signs of drying, so what will happen? We just don't know. But Radovan Zankel, half a second up on his time. He comes across the line from 10th. He moves up into 7th place. A good improvement for the BMW driver. As behind him, he's got Tim Meyer, who's improving. Spencer Brown, who's 2/10 up on his time. Christoph, who is not up. Is he up on his time? He might be up on his time. He's a 10th up. And he ideally, yeah, he needs 1/10 now in order to get ahead of a singular 10th in order to promote himself up into pole position. As Spencer Brown comes across the line, he's also got Tim Meyer behind him. Both of them are improving. Spencer Brown from 11th, he goes up into 9th. Sven Viviki up into 3rd. Marco Harsono 2 seconds up. And he really needs these 2 seconds in order to move up a ton of positions. As let me just investigate what's going on outside. We are back, and looks like Christoph improving on his time. Improving and improving as Marco Harsono up into 12th place. Swimaviki 2 tenths up. He is up into the 51s, as we saw. Now Christoph going purple and trying to dethrone Abe from the top spot as he comes across the line. And he does take provisional pole with a 51.31, and he is going to be counting that the track will just get damper. Right, well. Who is next to come across the line? Awais Khan. Will he be improving? It doesn't look like he's improving. Comes across the line. No improvement there. Swemaviki. Yeah, not looking too good out there. Abe, also about half a second down on his time. So Awais Khan 4 tenths up, 6 tenths up, as he goes through the first corner. So very big opportunity here for him, as Anthony Camacho will finally set his first and only valid lap as he goes across the line. He's up into 13th. Definitely something that he needed to do. He needed to get up there in order to not be starting dead last. Who's next? Dries Verhulst. Definitely out of place. He is 5 tenths up though. But that won't bring him up too many positions. That might put him ahead of Radovan Zankel. But it looks like the McLaren struggling quite a lot out there. Has a Awais Khan, yellow flag. Not really sure what's happened to him. Tim Meyer, Sir Plug, both of them standing at the side of the track. As Dries Verhulst now rounding out the Ascari chicane. And he's going to be going through the Parabolica in just a little while. To hopefully go ahead by a big margin. Ideally, he would want a 51. It's not going to be happening this time out, but it will be a 52 as Dries Verhulst comes across the line. It's a 52.6. He's ahead of Radovan Zankel, but he is going to be going for more. Abe, momentarily there, going purple. Nothing's coming out of it yet. He's got 2 more laps to go in order to get up there. Christoph in the pits. He does not want to do any more laps, so he is done for this qualifying session. Unless he comes out about now. This is the last moment that he can come out, and he is not. So Abe has the whole track to himself to try and improve. He's a 10th up, and all he needs is about 800ths of a second. Ideally 900ths, or yes, a 10th like he is doing right now. A little bit too much of the curb. He's lost a lot of time there. Still going purple though, and not going purple anymore. Well, he's going to have 1 more lap as Sven Viviki a 10th up on his time. This will bring him closer to Abe, but it will not be close enough. As Abe now setting up the next lap, his final lap in this session, hoping to get back the position that he earned. Now, Abe. He's gaining the same amount of time as he did last time. It's just not enough. Absolutely not enough. Radovan's ankle, though, is gaining. He's two tenths up on his time. He will have one more lap to go as well. As Marco Harsono comes across the line behind him, and he goes ahead of Radovan's ankle, and he's got one more lap to go as well. Behind Fabio Gallimini, this is it for his qualifying session, and he would dearly like to go about 5 tenths up. But unfortunately for him, he does improve, but unfortunately, it's not enough. It is just not enough. Abe dearly trying to squeeze out the final seconds out of this car. The final tenth, the final hundredth. But just nothing, absolutely nothing that he's able to do. And he's going straight into the pits, and that is his qualifying session over. As we have a look, Serd Plug. Again, he needs 5 tenths in order to get ahead of Tim Meyer. There are some very close pockets of people. As Anthony Quacher comes across the line, he does not improve. Awais Khan going to be one of the final people to come across the line, who is currently improving, and wow, cutting that chicane quite nicely there. Very, very nicely. Very brave to do that. As Awais Khan 2 tenths up on his time. Ideally, he needs 3. And it's just not going to happen. It is just not going to happen. Awais Khan comes across the line. No improvement there for him. And he is having to stay in 14th. And that is it for this qualifying session. And we can have a nice little run through... Oh, that's the wrong thing. Run through the grid. Well, well, no. That's a weird way to phrase it. First time, Christoph on the pole position. Coming from the VCO race. And he is joined by the other VCO compatriot of Abe, who's starting right alongside him in second place. Both of them separated by about 0.08 of a second. So, should be a very close race. Sven Viviki on the second row. Alongside him is Tim Meyer. If I'm not wrong, these guys are on the same team. Yep, they are. Alright, the teammates on the second row. Serd Pluk starting in 5th and Tim Sieb in 6th. And I'm pretty sure they're teammates as well. And it's a all third row Honda. Dries Rahal starting in 7th and Marco Harsono in 8th. Then comes Radovan Zankel in 9th and Fabio Gallimini in 10th for SpaceX Racing, I'm pretty sure that is. Spencer Brown in 11th and Gerhard Hutama in 12th. Anthony Camacho in 13th. Then comes Awais Khan and McClaudia de Barros starting in 15th. And then Yerrick Koch starting in 16th. 8th row on the grid. And that is it. And can have a look at the standings at the moment. Standings looking a little bit like Abe in 1st. Eric currently in 2nd. Serd Pluk in 3rd. Christoph in 4th, having missed the last race. But obviously that one is ticked by. And Dries Verhulst actually in 5th as well. And the gap is not too big, considering that there are 2 drop rounds. 2 out of 8 races will be dropped. So that means 2 of your worst results will be gone. And your best 6 will count towards your final championship points. Let's just have a look. They do have that mandatory pit stop. And, well, wet start. It's not going to get wetter, but it's not going to get drier, it looks like. Really interesting. Yeah, really weird. This weather is supposed to dry out. Supposed to. But it's not. It's really not. So, drivers will have to really, really think carefully about where and how they should push. Actually, maybe we should ask Anthony. Oh, and Abe. We've got Abe in here.
Dave, bam.
How are you guys feeling?
3, 0,
Oh.
8, 7. Yeah.
I have my mic muted.
Not wets, right? Yeah, there's no way, right?
Yeah,
the wets kept
maximum pressure.
How are you guys
wets
feeling?
maximum?
Yes,
I'm going wets.
Maximum pressure.
Maximum pressure, 35 psi, maximum pressure with wets?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it works now.
You're joking, right?
No.
Oh.
Max pressure.
Are you guys serious?
On my mum's
Yes.
life. I don't know. I don't know what you want.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm pretty serious about this one, actually.
So wet tires and max pressure. I'm terrified right now.
Wait, did you do the interview, Abe? How was it?
No, mate.
Well, what do you mean, no? I thought you guys won.
I am qualifying. Yeah, we won.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Congrats indeed.
Yeah. One VGO race.
What about the
Easy.
whole entire event?
I think we're third or fourth. Third or fourth.
Let's go. You get no prizes.
Yay. There's no prize.
Did they say that? Oh, what the hell? I wanted prizes for myself.
What is it? 3 liters per lap?
I had 3.1, 3.2, somewhere around there.
Anyway, you're not on pole, Abe. Explain.
Oh no. I won VGO, I don't care. Pets too? Really? Oh, to make it even more cooler, isn't it? Wow. Jesus, I'm already on max brake ducks. Pets 2. Max
do I
pressure.
need max ducks too? Should I do max brake?
Yeah. Max trucks. It's all about keeping the tires as cool as possible.
It's all
That's the only thing you care about right
Alright,
now.
alright. I turn max duck. You're scaring the shit out of me though. I'm not used to this.
Well, good luck, guys.
You can watch my stream, I'm on max pressures, mate.
Talking about ducts, talking about pressures. I mean, what is going on in there? Nevertheless, Christoph now getting underway to lead this race in the formation lap. And we'll see if he's able to hold Abe behind, and for how long will he be able to hold him behind for? As this nice and big circuit, I do love a little bit of Monza. A little bit of damp Monza. Usually variable weather Monza, but it looks like there is not going to be any variable weather. It is just completely static. absolutely static. It just looks like a very bad day in Italy. Or regular day in Italy. Thankfully, it's not flooded. You know, I think all the drivers should be relatively happy that it's not flooding right now. But the fact that there is no weather variation at all is a little bit scary. But, you know, it can only go better from here. Actually, no, it can get worse in terms of weather. Nah, anyway, I'm just waffling. Christoph leading the way. A pretty long formation lap around here. Obviously not as long as Spa. But I still... Oh, I hugely apologize for whatever that ear-wrenching noise was. Wow. That nearly blew my ears out. Why? Well, hopefully that doesn't happen again. Yeah, my ears indeed. That was horrible. I tried to mute it just in time. Holy moly. It's like a little, it's gonna be a little bit of a jump scare for those who watch this stream back. Definitely planned. Right, Christoph now. The Ferrari, not great, I don't think, at starts. Unless he does it correctly. I think there's a correct way of making the car spool up its turbo, and then you can absolutely launch it. But Christoph will be really hoping that he can get a clean start here and not get himself into any sort of situation. Luckily I had my headset off while talking to someone else. Yeah, I had mine half on, so I only heard it through one ear, and I think that ear is deaf now. Right. Christoph waiting for the marshal to wave the green flag. He's actually right up there, and they're already going, and Christoph getting an okay start. Abe already going round the outside, and he might be just ahead before they head into the first corner. Sir Pluch having an amazing start. He's already up into third place. But we look at the front as Abe trying his best to go round the outside, to go on the inside here. Christoph very much forced to take the worst line. And now Christoph is down into second place, and behind there's a little bit of contact going on with Marco Harsono, Fabio Gallamini, Spencer Brown and Anthony Camacho, but it looks like everybody has made it through the first corner pretty alrightly, actually. Well, we can continue on as Christoph now wanting to gain that position back. Cyril Pluch falling down from third place into fourth. As behind Ganahari Hutama making contact with Anthony Camacho and falling quite the way down, as Christoph now trying to go round the outside into the Ascari chicane. They do make a little bit of contact as Abe going off the curb, and that's the sort of context Sven Viviki loves to see, as he has got quite a good gap to the front as Christoph going off the track there, and Sven Viviki is going to be able to absolutely swoop in there and go on the inside. But I don't think Christoph will be letting that one go too easily. He's going to go on the inside. He's going to send it into the first corner. Sven Viviki not letting it one go. He actually does concede it. And now Christoph closing the gap to Abe. Abe not having a good exit out of the first corner. And Serd Pluk up into third again. All of it is kicking off as Christoph now side by side with Abe. Abe covering the inside line. Christoph round the outside. Just breaking earlier than Abe. And he is not able to capitalize off the run that he had through the first corner. As this is probably one of the closest battles we have seen for P1 in quite some time. Usually Abe just runs away with about a 5-second gap by now. But Christoph keeping that pressure on, and pressure in the rain, definitely one hell of a negative, I'd say, as Tim Meyer and Dries Verhaals making a little bit of contact there, and I don't think anything too serious. Tim Meyer falling down 2 positions, actually, from the start. Tim Sieb up 1, Sven Viviki down 1, Serd Pluk up 2 for now, until Sven Viviki comes in there, tries to go for the overtake. Now Christoph literally all over the back of Abe, as Abe sliding a little bit. Sliding just a little bit there as Christoph takes the fastest lap of the race of 52.2. That is a whole 6/10 quicker than Abe's last lap as he comes to the first corner, round the outside. He's gonna keep his nose in there. He does make a little bit of contact. A little bit of contact there again as Serd Pluk now is on the scene to try and take over the lead of the race if these guys do come together. And Christoph did go a little bit naughty there as he was trying to make the move. Are they trying to go 3 wide into the second chicane? No, they're not. Christoph still on the outside, and he's just trying to get those better exits compared to Abe. But now he's got Serd Pluk behind, who's going to go on the inside, looking on the inside, but not making a valid move. As we still go ahead, and it's becoming a close to a 5-way battle for the lead, which is the most amount of cars we've had in a battle for the lead. As Serd Pluk continuing to look to the inside, but nothing, doing nothing there. As Christoph, oh, he's going to be all over Abe now. As Abe into the gravel, a huge mistake for him that is going to hamper his run down towards the Parabolica. And now round the outside, can Christoph get him before they hit over the line, as they do make contact, and Christoph absolutely sliding off the track. And Abe down into 3rd place, make that 4th. No, he's going to be going side by side with Sven Viviki here. As Christoph not gonna like that one bit. Definitely not gonna like that, as Abe. It's hard to see if he's gonna be in 3rd or if he's gonna be in 4th. He's very much there. They're still going side by side as they come through the first corner. That is a very good way to battle it out through the first chicane. But now Abe will be on the inside for the next chicane, which is going to give him a huge advantage. As now he'll be able to dive there on the inside, keep his nose in, obviously not trying to turn around Sven Viviki, as now on the inside into the Lesmos. No, he's not going to be able to go for the move, and he's going to have to settle for 4th. And I mean, what did I say? Serd Pluk able to swoop in and able to overtake both of the leaders, or both the top 2 cars, as a result of them battling. But Abe now desperately trying to get ahead of Sven Wawicki before Christoph gets on his tail. Yes, Dries Verhulst there as well, wanting to make the move on Tim Meyer, and that is going to be helping Christoph get closer and closer. Third Pluk sets the fastest lap of the race at 51.9, and that was a whole 8 tenths quicker than Tim C behind, which is also his teammate. There's now Abe coming towards the back of Sven Wawicki. It's in the background, Christoph flashing Dries Verhulst, telling him that he's the quicker driver and he desperately needs to get up there. But I don't think Dries will let him go that easily. As, Tim Meyer straight into the gravel, and he gets passed by Dries and Christoph, as Christoph makes up 2 positions as a result of that, and he's up into 5th place. Abe trying to make the move on Sven Wawicki, but now he's going to have to be wary of Christoph right behind. Now Abe still behind. And Christoph able to gain 3 tenths that last lap. Actually more than 3 tenths. 3 tenths just in that one little bit. As Tim Meyer now all over the back of Dries Verhulst. He's thinking of going on the inside. And third Pluk now sets the fastest lap off the race at 51.5. Christoph not really making as much progress as I thought he would. Only 4 tenths quicker than Abe that last lap. And Tim Meyer able to go round and round is what he's able to do. He comes back onto the track from the wet grass, trying to not spin it out. As now Abe in the slipstream behind Sven Wawicki. He's not going to be going for an overtake. As Abe really not wanting to stay behind Sven Viviki for too much. They've already lost about 3 seconds to Team Sieb. He is going to be losing time to Christoph behind. Abe now on the inside, and he's just bouncing all over the curbs and losing more time than he would have gained. And Christoph is all over the back of him. And this is not going to be good here, as Christoph might go to the inside. He's completely trapped in there. As Abe going for the outside. And Christoph going right on through and up into 3rd place. But Abe spun round, and Radovan's ankle having to avoid him as he was in the middle of the track. But Christoph getting what he wanted. As Radovan's ankle to the outside, trying to make a move on Abe, as Abe might be a little bit worse for damage here. Oh, Radovan's ankle completely losing and missing the corner. And surprisingly not getting a drive-through. It seems like a calmer moment from Abe. Yeah, maybe. And is the weather changing? No, it's not. Now we remember Tim Meyer, he had that accident at the start. And he continues to make the race a little bit harder for himself as he goes off into the gravel. We'll have to check the replay for that later. Yeah, indeed. Not really sure who turned in on who. Could have been that Christoph just went a little bit too tight there, or had a little bit of oversteer, or maybe Abe had oversteer, and as a result went straight into Christoph. But we'll see, indeed. Now, Marco Harsono, 3/10 away from Radovan's ankle for 7th place. As Christoph gaining about 7/10 per lap on Team Sieb. That last lap alone. It's Radovan's ankle making another costly mistake. He went pretty wide. Having to take onto the curb. As he goes to the inside, is he going to send it? No, he won't. As Tim Meyer behind, looking. But all he is doing is looking and maybe pressuring Marco into making a mistake, as he did just now. It was definitely quite a big one. And there goes Tim Meyer ahead of Marco Harsono, and now Tim Meyer can really focus on getting ahead of Radovan's ankle, as I think he will. Look at the speed of that Aston Martin down the straight. He will definitely be getting Radovan's ankle here, I would assume at least. But my assumptions are wrong. Is Radovan's ankle going wide again? And it does look to be a pretty good defense technique from him, as that has backed up Tim Meyer into Marco Harsono. Marco Harsono still on the outside. Marco Harsono, wow, all over the place, just weaving back and forth. There's Christoph now. Going about half a second quicker per lap compared to Timo Sieb. And he is 1.8 seconds away. 1.5 seconds away now. But Tim Meyer looking to the outside, to the inside. He's not going to be making a move, as what's happened to Team C. He's lost quite a bit of time to Christoph in that last corner. And Tim Meyer now to nowhere. He's just trying to make Radovan make a mistake. And is Radovan finally made that mistake? Yes, he did. And Tim Meyer right up there and up on the inside. And a good move from him. An easy move for sure. As he is now going to be up into 7th place. Radovan's ankle to the outside. Braking super late and able to dance right around the outside, but I'm pretty sure that might cost him an extra position, as Marco Harsono gets a very good exit compared to Radovan's ankle. I for a second thought Radovan was going to make a tremendous move to the outside of turn 1. Unfortunately, not happening this time out, but Marco Harsono will try to go to the inside. He's going to force Radovan to go to the outside, then do completely send it, and Radovan's ankle possibly a little bit shook by how far back Marco Harsono was, and that the fact that he did go for a move. Marco Harsono now on the inside, and might that be a position gained? I think it is. Radovan's ankle from behind not making the move back, and he has lost 2 positions there, and he's back down into 9th place. Now up at the front, Christoph now only a 10th away from Tim Sieb. He will try and make a move into this next corner. Not sure that that's going to happen. Yes, it does. just having the superior traction compared to the Honda, but the Honda coming right back at him on the outside, and he's gonna try and make the move. He's hanging in there at least, and to the outside, is there's gonna be enough space in order to hang it on? Tim Sieb having to just brake a little bit more in order to not collide, and Tim Sieb down into 3rd place. Right. Oh, people are coming into the pits. It is time. Pit window open. And people are going to be getting themselves refueled. Most likely not going to be changing tyres. I don't think anybody has to change tyres this time out. As Abe finally catching to the back of Dries Verhulst. The gap, only about 3/10. Abe recently having pretty good pace of 52.2 last lap. Is about 5/10 quicker than Dries Verhulst on his last lap. And he's going to be in there, and it is McLaren on McLaren as Abe. Ah, Dries, you shouldn't have let him by. Making it boring. As there is Anthony Camacho who comes out of the pits. And here is Radovan Zankel trying to go around the outside of Marco Harsona. As Marco Harsona is having the same problem as Radovan did, of just going a little bit too wide in the first corner. As Jarek Koch now commences his entrance into the pits. He comes into the pits. And Tim Sieb, what's happened to him? Yellow flag, and he's spun round. Fortunately for him, there's quite a little bit of a gap to Sven Wawicki, but Sven Wawicki is still going to get that position, and so will Abe, and so will Dries. I am quite sure of it, as Tim will have no speed down the straight. Abe will definitely get it. But, oh, Dries just a little bit too far back in order to capitalize off his teammate. And Jarek Koch coming out of the pits. "32 minutes to go. Is the rain stopping?" Nope, the rain is not stopping. The track has only gotten a little bit colder. And Awais Khan also coming into the pits. And, ooh, a lot of people having to pit for... Who just left? Marco Harsono! Having problems. I wonder what's caused him to dip out of the lobby. But here is our race leader. Dries Verhulst getting closer to his teammate. His teammate definitely shredded those tires when he had his spin. So there's Awais Khan who comes out of the pits. That's a pretty long pit stop. 37-second pit stop. Stationary. Oh, Yerrick Carr is not facing the right way. Now he is. Rejoins the track in a safe manner. We continue on as there is a four-way battle for P3. That includes Abe, Sven, Tim, and Dries. Dries just falling a little bit back now, so it's more or less come a three-way battle for P3, but it will definitely have more people joining as, you know, they start to fight it out, lose time, etc, etc. I'm pretty sure after yesterday's race, Abe should be quite ready for anything. So, round the outside does he go? As it looks like Sven is most likely going to go into the pits as he is going suspiciously slow. I was correct. And then so does Dries. Christoph also into the pits, and Abe now up into second place. As a stop-go penalty for Awais Khan. That's not going to be good. All of a sudden, Abe finding himself a little bit under pressure from Tim C behind in the Honda. The Honda is strangely fast in some areas. And the polystyrene board's also there. On the track, showing that somebody gone off there. And Tim C making quite a big mistake, and now 2 seconds behind Abe. And we'll just have to wait until everybody comes into the pits, like Surdis. Surdis decided to come into the pits. Tim Myers come out of the pits. So will Abe follow through? I don't think he is. I think he is staying out. Yes, he is. Tim Sieb, though, is coming into the pits. Radovan Zankel is going to be next. And will he be the person, not the final person to come into the pits, but the penultimate person to come into the pits? as he rounds the final corner. He does look like he is heading for the straight. Yeah, he's heading for the straight. Now the track, does it look to be drier? No, it does not look to be drier. Let's have a look from the inside of one of these drivers. Radovan's ankle on the inside. Just damp. Just very, very damp. Maybe we have a look from a lower car. There is Abe currently leading the race. Most likely going to come into the pits next lap. He likes to leave it out until the final moment. Here's Christoph in his Ferrari. That Ferrari camera looks pretty good. Is there any other new cars on here that... that's the Honda. That's the Huracan GT3 Evo 2. I'd expect this one to have a good camera, but it doesn't. Anthony Camacho in the 992 or the 991. Type 992 GT3R. Any other cars out here that aren't just... No, just the... Oh no, Tim Meyer. Tim Meyer in the Aston Martin. Beautiful car. Definitely no bias to it because I spent my first year of sim racing in it. He goes off onto the gravel, and the car can handle quite a lot, I have come to find. Quite a lot. As Abe will definitely go into the pits this lap. If he doesn't, then he will be stranded. But we will have a look at that later, as for now, Anthony Camacho making moves on Yerrick Carr. As he is going to have just a little bit of space there on the inside. Yerrick Carr not wanting to give the position, not wanting to give the space, I mean. Definitely doesn't want to give the position. As they come through the Ascari. And Yerrick Carr making a little bit of a mistake there. Anthony Camacho having a great exit out of there. And towards the Parabolica they go now on the straight. That Porsche not having such bad, terrible speed, but still not enough to match some of these cars. Yerrick Carr giving plenty of space there. As Serge Pluck now behind Christoph. Which kind of tells me that Christoph is the leader of the race. As Anthony Camacho is now officially ahead of Yerrick Carr. As Radovan's ankle also comes into the pits. Yerrick Carr not done with this battle yet. He will try and go on the inside into the first chicane. And it looks to be successful. Anthony Camacho has to settle for 11th. No, he doesn't. Yerrick Carr made a huge mistake. Yeah, Christoph leading the race, actually. Abe coming out of the pits now. Svemaviki is nowhere to be found. Oh no, there he is. Not too far back, actually. As Dries Verhulst is about to make a move on him for 4th place. As he goes on the inside. That is a pretty good move indeed. As Radovan still in the pits and actually coming out now. He will be ahead of Fabio Galamini. Interesting though. Christoph having insane pace out there. Definitely has the fastest lap. No, he doesn't. Surt Pluk must have set a blisteringly fast lap in order to beat Christoph, but Christoph, I think, might beat that just now as he's going to come across the line. He's definitely improved on his time. Comes across. He does go and set the fastest lap of the race at 51.352. And he is cementing that lead, but obviously I'll keep my mouth closed. And Sven Viviki getting closer to the back of Dries Verhulst now as Tim Sieb just far back there. Oh no, Sven Viviki is the one who went behind Dries, so what am I talking about? He's most likely not going to be catching the back of him yet. And the race going to be going a little bit quiet here. Depends on how quick Abe can catch the back of Plur. Is really going to be the major factor in how crazy this race will be towards the end. Now, Abe, a 51.6 last lap. Surt Plur, 52.0. There's a 4/10 gap between them, or 4/10 gap in pace. Abe is about 15 seconds behind. 15 divided by 0.4. Actually, no, times 0.44. Means that it will take him 6 laps to catch Surt Plur. And does he have 6 laps to go? As 18 minutes in seconds is 1080 seconds. He's doing laps of I'd like to say 111 seconds. He's got 9 laps to go. Race is on. Race is most definitely on for Abe, as he is one of the quickest drivers. Oh, one of the quickest drivers on the grid, on the track right now. As Tim Sieb now caught the back of Sven Viviki, 4/10 away from him, trying his absolute best to get past and ahead and up into the top 5. There's a waste car in there in the back. Yeah, causing yellow flags, and looks like he did get back going. Tim Sieb now right behind, and might be alongside Sven Viviki as they come into the first corner. The Blue Hawk Racing driver. Can he get ahead of Sven Viviki? Sven Viviki braking just a little bit earlier compared to Tim Sieb, and Tim Sieb able to take that position, as now Fabio Gallimini and Radovan Zankel going side by side. And oh, actually no, Radovan Zankel's behind Fabio Gallimini before they even head into the Parabolica. And a lot of sliding for Radovan Zankel. Now Abe is catching at a second. Wait a minute. I calculated it completely wrong. If a second per lap is going to be 14 seconds, 14 laps, then how is 0.4 seconds going to be 6 laps? I did my maths wrong. I'm supposed to divide the amount of seconds by the amount of seconds. Not divide seconds by... whatever. I do not think that Abe will have the drink. I do not think Abe will be able to get up there and behind Sir Pleur, however sad it may be. Oh! That was Eric. Yeah, that was Eric Carr. Going straight off the track there. He's gone back going. But that has let Gunahadi Hutama get way closer there. Right up close to Yerrick Carr indeed. And especially if Yerrick Carr keeps on making these mistakes. Wow. By process of elimination, he will catch him. Well, Christoph, quite up there, isn't he? Well, 4 seconds, leading quite comfortably, has to be said. Wow. 11 minutes to go. Abe does look very strong out there. He's gained 7/10 last lap, but he's just going to run out of laps. And that's a fact. Tim Sieb looking to get that position from Dries Verhulst. Gunahadi Hutama now also caught the back of Yerrick Carr for 11th place. Or the fight for not last. That's Gunahadi Hutama flashing his lights at Yerrick Carr as Yerrick Carr makes another mistake there, which kind of compromises Gunahadi Hutama as well. That might be the reason why Gunahadi flashed his lights like he did. And oh, Yerrick Carr makes a huge mistake there. Not sure what's happened to him as he's just lost the position to Gunahadi Hutama and instantly letting Sven Viviki by. Oh, internet issues it looks like. Internet issues plaguing Mr. Yerrick Carr. Gunahadi Hutama and Yerrick Carr making contact somehow. Not really sure how that happened. Tim Sieb now only a 10th away from Dries Verhulst as he goes to the outside. The main hub for the overtakes in this race. Around the outside, can Tim Sieb make this overtake stick as he's on the inside now? Both of them giving each other as much room as they can. And now Tim Sieb will be on the inside for the next corner unless Dries can do something about it. And I don't think he will. Tim Sieb on the inside. Can he make the move into the second chicane? He's definitely going to be in the better position there, and he does make the move. A good move indeed by the Honda driver, and he's up into 4th place. Yerrick Carr back into the pits as Dries Verhulst trying to take it back, but I don't think he's got the pace to do so. Oh, Dries Verhulst trying to gain as much time as he can, even if that means breaking the suspension of his car. As Dries Verhulst, huge mistake there, and I'm pretty sure he will be quite close to out of the battle, and I'm pretty sure he is out of the battle now for 4th place. As the final 3 minutes clock on. And 2 more laps to go for Christoph until he gets his first and very much deserved win of the season. And definitely overtake quite some people in the championship. He will overtake Eric, as Eric did not show up today. And he might overtake Surd to go for 2nd place. It really all just depends on how the drop rounds will be. Because Abe will have a 1st and a 2nd place. And then nothing. And then Christoph will have a 1st and a 3rd and then nothing. So he will definitely be 2nd. But will he be 2nd? We'll see. Anthony Camacho, yellow flag for him as he gets back going. Oh, in the background. That is Tim Sieve having a little bit of sideways action. And Christoph now starting his final lap of the race. And he will be just tiptoeing it around, trying to... rounding out this race. Maybe the rain helped him a little bit. Maybe we don't know something about him. But he definitely has shown great pace today. And not much could stop him. Apart from that crash that he had in Parabolica. Not much else could stop this man over here, as he is going to be crossing the Ascari chicane in just a little bit. We can go on board with him. As he goes left, right, left, trying to not spin it out or go onto the gravel. He's got Fabio Galamini waiting for him there. He also has Ganahari Hutama waiting for him there. As he comes across the line and he wins the race. Christoph is the new winner as Sir Plur comes across the line in second place. And Abe, for the first time in quite a while, not winning the race. Not coming second, but coming third. So that collision that he had as well might have just hampered his pace. And maybe just the track and no, the car and weather combo not entirely helping him out either. Tim Meyer still fighting on with his teammate Sven Viviki for 6th place. They're going at it into the final corner as Sven Viviki up ahead in 6th place. Tim Meyer has not been the race for him either. He's lost out 3 positions from the start. But they're going to come across the line in this exact place. And that is it for the race. And great stuff indeed by Christoph for winning the race. Sir Plurk unfortunately missing out on the win. But I think the biggest shocker, Abe, in 3rd. But if you did have fun and you enjoyed watching the race, do drop us a like and subscribe. It's a free way to support us. But until then, we will catch you all next week for the multi-class and the sprint season all over again.